everyone, RoseGoldSerpent here and welcome back to the Mindful server. Before we get started, I'd like to shout out our server host, MC Pro Hosting. Check out the link in the description to find out more about them. And now, onwards! So this week we are taking a break from the village bridge to get started on another project. I'll still be working on the bridge in my spare time and eventually I'll put together a video using the replay mod, but we have been doing it for like 3 weeks now and I don't want you guys to get bored, so we're starting a new project. So this week we are getting started on building the path between my nether portal and Blue's nether portal. And because his name is Blue, I'm making it entirely out of blue nether materials, which means my first port of call is to find a warped forest. Now, I did a bit of a silly. So I spent literally about 3 hours in the nether looking for a warped forest, digging out from my base. And then I got frustrated and went to the nether hub and started having a look around and realised there is one right next to the nether hub. And I felt so dumb. I literally spent hours searching for a warped forest and there was just one 5 minutes away from the nether hub. So I'm not going to make you guys watch me running around the nether like an idiot, but just know that I did. So of course my next mission was to get as much blue wood as I possibly could. Eventually I'm also going to add packed ice along the path to speed this travel up, and I also will make my own path to the hub a nicer path, but I was feeling inspired to work with blue material and so got to work on Blue's task. Also, it's on the task board, so I gotta do it. My main concern is how much of the path should I do? I'm not going to do his entire path for him, because he should do that himself. But I'm not sure how far I should go. I also plan to decorate it, but I haven't figured out what I'm going to decorate it with, because I like the idea of using the redwood for contrast, but so many things to think about. I only ended up having to make 2 trips to the warped forest to get enough wood, but it was a mostly easy process to get everything laid out the way I wanted. And I even left a space for Reese's little tunnel too, where it interconnects. Although I'll probably have to make that bigger, but I don't know. Shouldn't Blue do that? Or Reese? Why am I doing this for everyone? Why? I have my own shit to do. I decided to use the shroom lights to light it up. And once I put the last few blocks in, it was time to get ready to decorate. And this is what we've got so far. Dun, da, da, da. It's a bit plain, but it's nice and protected. So now it's on to decorations. I think I'm probably going to use the redwood. I just like the contrast. And off I went to a conveniently located crimson forest to decimate the wildlife there and steal some of the lovely wood. I decided on using trapdoors to decorate the sides as they are a nice contrast to the blue and they don't take up any space within the tunnel itself. I also plan to add some buttons along the floor at some point, but unfortunately my internet wasn't very happy with me on this day, and so I didn't want to risk being in the nether and spawning in the nether and having something awful happen, so I just sort of had to do what I could with the time I had. Now it was time to get started on my own nether portal, which I will be upgrading with nether quartz because I like making my life difficult. Of course, this meant I was going to have to find an inordinate amount of quartz to slowly convert into blocks and then into bricks, because bricks are prettier than blocks. So I had to do it. I hate myself. Collecting quartz at the best of times is an inconvenience, but I fast became frustrated with the process. But Launter was able to once again help me out by directing me to Y15, where the boys had been collecting netherite, and he even helped me find it because I am a fool who ran around for an hour looking for a way down when he had conveniently already got one. Right in the centre of the hub where the beacons are is a vine leading down to Y15, where everyone had gone netherite hunting however long ago it was. I had never even thought to glance down here, and as such, did not realise it was there. But thankfully, Launter had my back and helped me all the way down. This is quite obviously awesome for a lot of reasons, but in particular, it meant there was a place I could easily go to and collect netherrack without worrying about anyone's paths or builds or anything like that, but it also meant I just had a way down to Y15. Because, as I very quickly realised, despite their best efforts, the boys hadn't collected quite all the nether scraps. You see, as soon as I got down there and started digging, I found 2 ancient debris, just right here at the front, as you will see in just a moment. Thank God. Whoa, shit. Launter, Ow. Well, let's help me find quartz. This is where people were hunting netherite. So, let's get some quartz. I'm just going to speed this up a teeny tiny bit till we find the nether scraps. When they were down here netherite hunting. Oh wow. I didn't even have to— oh, another bit! So now, along with my quartz, I have 2 bits of ancient debris, and given that I definitely need netherite armor, I'm quite thankful for it. You can't argue with a couple of bits of ancient debris. And now, back to quartz hunting. Needless to say, I spent a good few hours down here hunting quartz to try and finish my nether path. The goal is to make the sides and ceiling out of quartz bricks and the floor out of blocks. I also still need to get packed ice for the middle part of the tunnel, and I'm also going to add slabs to give the most speed while travelling. I also need the packed ice for Blue's part of the tunnel too. But also, after I spent several hours down at Y15 collecting the leftover quartz, I got kind of lost trying to find my way back out again. Whoops. Once I escaped, I went right back to path building. And fast realised that I still didn't have enough. I still didn't have enough. I was going to have to go back down there and get more quartz because I didn't have enough. This of course meant I had to spend even more time down in the nether gathering nether quartz. What I should have done is brought a shulker with me so I could collect as much as possible, but I didn't even think about it at the time. I'm so used to playing single player and on my own and not having lots of resources that having shulkers is still kind of a novel thing for me. I have at all points underestimated just how much I was going to need to complete this project, and even though I spent another couple of hours down here just hunting for quartz and getting lost, by the time I was done, I still didn't have anywhere near enough to complete the project. However, instead of lamenting the fact that I knew I still did not have enough materials, I just cracked on and got building my nether path. So after all that work and an inordinate amount of time, I have completed about half of my nether hub path. Hopefully either next week or the week after it'll be finished, but we did at least get the path between Blue's nether hub path and mine finished, so that is one thing we can tick off the task list back home, or should I say task board. So, thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe and leave a comment to let me know what you thought, and I will catch you later.